Welcome to StoryArea, where the best stories are just one click away. Dive into the captivating world of Grandpastories.
It was a radiant summer in New York when I, at the age of 20, embarked on an exciting vacation trip to the city that never sleeps. I was filled with anticipation for all the thrilling experiences that awaited me in this bustling metropolis. Little did I know that my life would take an unexpected turn there. One day, as I strolled along the bustling streets of Manhattan, I nearly collided with a young woman who seemed just as distracted as I was. We started laughing and exchanged stories about our clumsiness. Her name was Sarah, a lively and adventurous woman who was just as hungry for new experiences as I was. We decided to explore the city together and embarked on the most bizarre adventures. One afternoon, we ventured into the depths of the subway system and found ourselves lost in a true labyrinth of stations. Instead of getting frustrated, we found it utterly amusing. We ran from one platform to another, and with each train that arrived, it seemed to take us further away from our intended destination. Our fits of laughter were so intense that we could barely keep our balance. Another amusing experience took place in a famous diner where we indulged in juicy burgers. Sarah attempted to eat her oversized burger with one hand, resulting in complete chaos. Sauce dripped down her face, lettuce fell out, and fries went flying in all directions. We laughed so hard that tears streamed down our faces, while the other diners looked at us with puzzled expressions. As Sarah and I got to know each other better, our shared enthusiasm for adventure and fun grew stronger. One day we decided to explore Central Park. We had heard about a hidden pond that was supposedly enchanted by a wizard. Although we didn't really believe in magic, our curiosity drove us to investigate. We made our way to the hidden pond, nestled deep within the heart of the park. The path leading there was surrounded by lush greenery, and we relished in the fresh air and the scent of flowers. Finally, we arrived at the pond, shimmering in the sunlight and enclosed by a picturesque stone wall. We sat on one of the benches, taking in the tranquility of the place. Suddenly, we heard a strange whispering and laughter coming from seemingly nowhere. Perplexed, we looked around and noticed a small group of people gathered around a man. He was dressed in a cloak and a pointed hat, and his beard reached down to the ground. It was indeed a wizard. The wizard began performing his tricks, and we were captivated by his illusions. He made objects levitate, conjured doves out of thin air, and transformed a flower into a butterfly. Sarah and I sat there, spellbound, applauding with each new display of magic. It felt like we had been transported into a different world, full of wonders and enchantment. After the performance, the wizard approached us with a smile. "I saw how much you enjoyed my show," he said. "How about I teach you a few simple magic tricks?" We were thrilled by the idea and eagerly agreed. Over the next few days, we learned some basics of magic from the wizard. We practiced making coins disappear, conjuring knots in ropes, and performing card tricks. It was a fantastic experience that brought us even closer together and had us laughing whenever one of us didn't quite get a trick right. Our New York adventure was filled with more laughter and unexpected encounters. Sarah and I had explored the city on bicycles, had laughed with a wizard, and had sung in a café. Each day brought new adventures and surprises, and we savored every minute. One day, we stumbled upon an outdoor art exhibition in Greenwich Village. The vibrant paintings and sculptures drew us in, and we found ourselves engrossed in conversations with the artists. They shared their inspirations and techniques, and we gained a newfound appreciation for the world of art. Feeling inspired, Sarah and I decided to try our hand at creating something ourselves. We purchased canvases and paints and set up a makeshift studio in Sarah's apartment. We spent hours experimenting with colors and techniques, letting our creativity flow freely. The results may not have been masterpieces, but the joy of creating something together was immeasurable. Another memorable experience took place during a comedy show in a small underground club. We laughed until our sides hurt as the comedians cracked jokes about New York City life and its quirks. The energy in the room was electric, and we found ourselves connecting with strangers over shared laughter. It was a night of pure joy and camaraderie. Throughout our time in New York, We also immersed ourselves in the city's diverse culinary scene, from savoring mouth-watering slices of pizza in Brooklyn to indulging in extravagant fine dining experiences in Manhattan. We delighted in the flavors and aromas that the city had to offer. We discovered hidden gems in bustling food markets and tried exotic dishes that expanded our culinary horizons. Our New York adventure was an unforgettable chapter in our lives. We had explored the city, conquered its streets on bicycles, laughed with a wizard, sung in a café, and immersed ourselves in the vibrant art and culinary scenes. We felt like the world was at our feet, and there were no limits to what we could achieve together. As our journey came to an end, Sarah and I returned home with a suitcase full of memories. Our New York escapades had not only exposed us to the beauty and excitement of the city, but had also taught us the value of friendship and a thirst for adventure. We had learned that life is a unique gift and worth embracing every moment with gusto. Sarah and I remain close friends to this day, often reminiscing about our New York adventures. We encourage each other to take on new challenges and pursue our dreams. Our time in New York taught us that life is not just about the grand highlights, but also about the small, everyday joys that we can share with one another. As we reflect on our journey, we are reminded that the world is full of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. It's the connections we make, the laughter we share, and the willingness to embrace the unknown that truly enrich our lives. New York will always hold a special place in our hearts, reminding us of the magic that exists in the simplest of moments. And as we continue on our separate paths, we carry the spirit of adventure, laughter, and friendship that New York gifted us. As time passed, Sarah and I continued to cherish the memories we made in New York. We often found ourselves reminiscing about the adventures we shared, the laughter that echoed through the city streets, and the bonds that were forged during our time together. Despite being physically apart, we made a pact to keep the spirit of our New York adventure alive. We vowed to continue seeking out new experiences, embracing the unexpected, and cherishing the simple joys that life has to offer. Whether it was exploring our own hometowns or embarking on new journeys, we carried the lessons we learned in New York with us. Sarah, with her infectious laughter and zest for life, became a constant reminder to me of the power of friendship and the importance of living each day to the fullest. We supported each other's dreams and encouraged one another to step outside our comfort zones. Our New York adventure had taught us to seize every opportunity and to never let fear hold us back. In the years that followed, Sarah and I both experienced triumphs and setbacks, joys and heartaches. But through it all, we remained a source of strength and support for one another. We celebrated each other's victories and offered a shoulder to lean on during difficult times. Our bond, forged amidst the backdrop of the concrete jungle, proved to be unbreakable. As the world changed around us, New York continued to hold a special place in our hearts. It became a symbol of resilience, of the indomitable human spirit that can rise above any challenge. We often found ourselves returning to the memories of our time in the city, drawing inspiration from the vibrant energy and the endless possibilities that seemed to permeate every corner. And so, as we journeyed through life, we carried the spirit of New York within us. We embraced new adventures with open hearts, fearlessly pursuing our passions and embracing the unknown. Whether it was starting a new career, traveling to far-off destinations, or simply seeking out moments of joy in the everyday, we approached life with the same sense of wonder and curiosity that had ignited our New York adventure. In the end, our New York trip was more than just a vacation. It was a transformative experience that shaped us in ways we could have never imagined. It taught us the power of laughter, the beauty of connection, and the magic that can unfold when we step outside our comfort zones. As I look back on our New York adventure, I am filled with gratitude for the memories we made and the lasting impact it had on our lives. It serves as a reminder that life's most extraordinary moments often arise from the simplest of beginnings. And so, as we continue to navigate the twists and turns of our individual paths, we carry the spirit of our New York adventure with us. It serves as a beacon of hope, a reminder to embrace the present moment, and an inspiration to seek out the magic that awaits us in every corner of the world. And that was my first story. I hope you enjoyed it.